Peace family. We're going to analyze again the path of destruction that Yahweh was commanded, that Yahweh commanded his children, okay, and the newcomers that y'all know came with the Yahweh enterprises, you know what I'm saying? And how everything is in the script, you know what I'm saying? About your ancestors, what they did, and what they're doing and everything, you know what I'm saying? It's all in the script, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you just a sketch. It says that thy children shall make haste, thy destroyers, and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. That's Isaiah telling you that they will come out of you. Yeah, because you know the covenants that are going on. Jeremiah 4, the lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer, the lion is the destroyer, people. Yeah, it's Yahweh and his entire army that came in and they just destroy everything that they come across. Understand that? And the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate. See that? And thy cities shall be laid waste without an inhabitant. Jeremiah 22:7. And I will prepare destroyer against thee, every one with his weapon, and they shall cut down thy choice cedars and cast them into the fire. See that? So this is talking about these cities, these old cities that these niggas have in Africa. Yeah, see that? These old cities that the niggas have in Africa but don't know about, because to them Africa is only one place. Yeah, the whole Africa belonged to our ancestors before. There were nobody in Africa but black people in Stada or Negroes. And they built all these buildings, see that? All these buildings they built. And recently you heard about this conflict in Syria, you know what I'm saying? And how that they all were fighting over some bullshit called ISIS or something, some Religio war, you know what I'm saying? They start there out of nowhere. They start a Religio war, propaganda, you know what I'm saying? What were they doing? They were destroying the ancestors' buildings, the evidence of the Negroes, the evidence of high technology that the Negroes had in the time that they supposedly were supposed to be monkeys. Instead of, because that's what they were doing. There were no monkeys, there were no Australopithecus or nothing. They were all intelligent and they had massive civilizations going on. Well, I don't know if I should use that word, since that word came from the Religio, God sent thing. Yeah, civilis is not a word that you should be using, it's a slave word. But what I'm telling you is that they were advanced. They had buildings that you cannot build today. And they were destroying these buildings. They were destroying these artifacts in this Syria war. That's what it was all about. I told you that they all together, and these leaders are all together, and they playing theatricals on you because they got job to do. They gotta clean up, it seems. They got to destroy. That's what the Mosai is showing me. Mosai showing me that they had to destroy these sites so we don't find no evidence of our ancestors there in Stella, of their work. So they have to destroy some key places and call it a war of religious grounds to keep everybody away from what's really happening there in Stella. I'm just gonna read for you guys, because these things, you need to be aware of that. Understand that? Of what the works of Yahweh children are. The state of destruction at the Roman theater on March 2, 2017, photo by the Syrian Directorate General of Antiquities and Museums. Syrian government troops have retaken Palmyra from Islamic State forces. You see that? Some Islamic State forces, some Religio force of Yhwh came in and did this dirt with help from Russian air support, and the Syrian army said in a statement on Thursday, politicians in Russia welcomed the news as a triumph, as widely reported by the state media, but few details have emerged about the condition of the ancient site. You see that? They're not gonna tell you how bad they destroyed it. Where ISIL has previously wreaked large-scale destruction, why would they be focused in destroying these people? And why is Russia also involved in this? What is their interest in destroying this? I'm gonna show you. ISIL, because Mosai's showing me the stuff, and I'm gonna be I'm gonna be breaking it down right now. ISIL first took Palmyra in May 2015, and the extremist group destroyed a number of important monuments. Why do you think they do that? Is there war about destroying monuments now? Don't you think there's something off here? If they had a problem with these other people, they should be fighting them, not breaking the monuments. Don't you think so? Let's continue. Syrian Directorate General of Antiquities and Museum published an initial set of photos of the extent of destruction after ISIS troops had been driven out of Palmyra's archaeological sites. After they done the damage, then they moved them away. Ain't that something, people? Huh? You let somebody rob a bank and then you drive them away. It's all a plan, it's all a program, people. You get to see that. It's all a strategy. And then Russia comes in, that they helping, and this and it's they all together. It's all a plan. Yeah, it's our ancestors that they're destroying. You see that word is all phony. It's about destroying these monuments. Yeah, so they cannot just come out and destroy them. So they have to make a reason. They have to create a war to delete our history, our true story. Yeah, so-called African story here is as forgotten as the Africans have forgotten who they are. Understand? That's why they down there claiming we all came from Africa, we are Americans, African Americans. They don't know who they are, they fucked up. Understand? This is their stuff and they have no idea what these dudes are doing. They're destroying the whole, see that? They destroyed everything. Monuments, blue monuments, see that? Nothing glorious left. All these glory houses of antiquity that our ancestors built with their own sweat, in their own land. The invader Yahweh destroyer, see that? Destroyed everything, people. And stand up, when I talk about Yahweh, I show you the evidence of his crimes. Don't just come around here talking about Yahweh and telling you, oh, Yahweh is this or is that, without showing you evidence. Instead of, this is what they did to my ancestors, see that? Look, take a good look, people. It's too sad, makes you cry. But this is what they did. See that now? Can you see what religion do? Where they come from and what they do? And why they do it? Because if they don't do that, they can't stay there for too long. People are gonna find out who they are. They're gonna claim the shit and stand up. They raided inside, they raided outside, they destroyed everything, you know? They just ripped everything apart, destroyed see that? Hammered everything the head off, broke everything down, left nothing from your ancestors. Because they didn't build this. It's not theirs. It's not their monuments. You understand? It's not their national monuments. They can never ever build stuff like that. Understand? See that? I think that's how it was kind of before. What was left of it. And what I showed you was what they did to it. They totally bashed it down and destroyed everything inside. So nobody knows the history of that place. And why did they do that, people? Why they go spend a lot of money in this war, destroy this? And even Russia and everybody's involved. What do you think? If it's a phony war of religion, yeah, a country like Russia is involved. What do you think? What do you think? What are their interests there? I'm gonna show you. You gotta go and see where do Syria is sitting. Syria is in a very strategic point, what they call so-called Middle East. Yeah? And this area, all this area here from Africa all the way up used to be black people. Nobody else. They built all of that, any monuments you see in there of pre-flood. Yeah, from all the road is from the Negroes. So these people, they have nothing to do with these monuments. They destroying it. That's why they're together. Yeah, that's why they give you all this porno drama of the war and that, war dramas, war porns. That's what they were doing. Instead of, it's never about what they tell you. It's just a distraction. But really what they were doing was destroying your ancestors' buildings. That were, see that? I showed you how it goes down there because the tourists already had the photos of the damn thing before. See that? This is how it is now. And this is how it was supposed to be before. So you see they did a good bombing in there. Still, they didn't, manage to break all the stones. These stones are too hard to break, it seems. Or is it? Because they didn't, did they? But they did destroy anything that can identify any Negro to these places. These things will be destroyed into pieces. Understand that? That's all. I'm gonna keep it short. Just wanted to show you guys that little bit of what is going on in the world and why you don't know your real history, especially Africa. Yeah, because everything there ends up like this. Nobody is looking after the old monuments of the ancestors. Nobody cares. They all think they were told a new doctrine that they came from monkeys. They did bullshit. They never did nothing. They nobody. So the Africans don't know. And they are deleting their ancestors' buildings, people. That's it, man. I love you all. Keep the instructions. Peace.